Warm greetings from the High 10. It is Everyday Shenanigans on this early Friday morning, January 8th, 2021. My discerning spirit wouldn't let me rest. I'm going to get some rest. But I wanted to talk to you all one-on-one about this case pertaining to the young boys out of California City, California. I've been up watching my lives, so I like to do that after I upload to YouTube. I like to just watch myself, the commentary, the feedback, and I had a pretty good live last night. Went over a lot of hours, 3 hours. You all kept saying to go to the AV Watchman channel to see the video about the drone, and I just finished that. And I'm pondering about what I saw, what I heard, the feedback in the video, the people talking, the things that were revealed during that video. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to check out of here so I can get some rest. Trezell and Jaqueline West, you thought you were so slick by moving out there to the desert in California City. But you see, that drone that guy put in the sky told it all. You see, I've been telling you all from the beginning, everything is in the details if you just listen. Stop talking, stop chattering, and listen to what has been said. Listen to what has not been said. And when I watched that drone fly over the house, and I looked at all that land out there, and I looked at how far apart the houses were, how there's nothing in sight. Not a Dollar Tree, not a Walmart, McDonald's, playgrounds, schools, parks. Hell, I didn't even see water. And they're in California. The backyard, the dug up holes, the chimney been cleaned. They tore out the walls of the said house. The cute little camera sitting in the back window that obviously belongs to you and Jaqueline West. People were commenting that they'd been walking on the property, looking around, I guess keeping watch or just snooping, and they hadn't noticed the camera. Now let's say for the record that camera's been there, put there by you, Trezell. And it was there before December 21st. When you made that fateful call to the police department about your missing children. Alleged missing children. No toys in the back. No blow-up pools. No bicycles. No hula hoops. Nothing. And one could say, well, you just moved there. You came from an apartment. So naturally, apartment, you would have a lot of room for all your goodies. Children things, of course. Maybe you two are poor, broke, you don't have money to buy a lot of things. And as I state, you move from an apartment, you wouldn't have a lot of room to store a lot of big things like big wheels, AVs, things like that. So I'll give you credit on that for not having outside toys. But at some point, if you've been there since September, or hell, even October, you are now a homeowner. And wouldn't your kids want something to play with outside? Ride a bicycle down the street? Play in the backyard, front yard, because they are children. You see, if you put that camera there, and it's been there before December 21st, I think you know where I'm going with this, Trezell, Jaqueline. The camera's going to tell all your damn lies. That the kids have never been at that house. And they sure as hell weren't there on December 21st playing outside on that concrete and playing with chalk. And that you never went outside to gather firewood throw it over the fence, bring it back in, go back out and look for the boys, go outside to the gate, open the gate, close the gate, and God forbid what else that camera could show back there in that damn yard. You see, you are a fucking fool. You and that witch. You all are utter fools. The fact that the police said he suspects foul play, that was off the jump. He didn't even hesitate when he said it. You see, when they say that, there's a reason. Because you and Jaqueline have left something behind for him to give that commentary. Their focus is that house, and that's where they've been. And there's no doubt that they're probably focusing also on where you lived, at the last place in Bakersfield. That last place. And the main thing that really messed you up is when your wife or whomever gave old photos to law enforcement to put on the Missing Persons Bureau. Who the hell gives law enforcement old ass pictures? That guy in that other video thinks those pictures are at least 8 or 9 years old. 8 or 9 months old, excuse me. So one would have to say, why would a person report their child missing and then give law enforcement older photos? Can anybody answer that? Can you, Trezell and Jaqueline, answer why you would report your children missing and then have the audacity to give the police older photos? Ooh, I know why. Come on, y'all out there. Put it together. Because you never cared about the kids. You never took pictures of the kids because they were just meal tickets. They were obsolete. They were null and void. They were null and void. And you didn't care about them. So you wouldn't take pictures of them. This was all planned and orchestrated. You knew what you were doing when you moved out to that house. You see, that aerial view, that drone told it all. It's destitute out there. There's nothing out there. There's nothing to do out there. So who would move out there with their 6 kids, knowing they would want to play outside, have friends, go to friends' houses, functions, parties, go out to eat, corner store? You get my drift. You deliberately moved out there because you were bringing, let's say, you did something back at the other city, and you moved to this place an hour outside of Bakersfield because you were hiding something. Something jumped off in Bakersfield. This is why you moved to Cal City. And most of us are assuming and speculating that you murdered those kids back at the other city, and you moved out to Cal City to get away from the dirty deeds exacted in Bakersfield. That's why you're out here in the middle of nowhere. In the middle of nowhere, near nothing. You can't see nothing but damn dirt for miles. Who the hell does that with 6 kids? Move out in the middle of nowhere. And that FBI law enforcement made sure to go inside the chimney, dig up dirt in the yard, break out your walls in your house. So somebody's talking, somebody done said something, they've sent something. And like I said, if your camera was sitting there on that back window before the 21st of December, you told on your damn self, because they've confiscated that camera and watched to see if everything you said was true that occurred on December 21st. And the fact that now a neighbor has given up video of your actions on December 19, only 4 kids got into the van from your residence, and you and your wife got in. So only 6 people. 2 adults, 4 children. What else is that DVR going to tell us? That's why you and Jaqueline left the house and didn't tell the police. Because you already knew that they knew that you were behind the disappearance of those 2 small boys. And you thought you were slick by moving to Cal City. But I still can't understand anybody reporting their kids missing and giving the authorities old photos. Because you know what that really means? You ain't had the kids probably a damn year. The cat's out the bag. Come on, Trezell, Jaqueline, you can tell us. You ain't had them kids for probably a year. See, everybody's been stuck on the 3-month rule. 3 months, 3 months, 3 months. They just moved there, 3 months. Try again. The fact that you gave those photos up and them babies are way younger than 3 and 4 told the story. Because a sensible person, even if they've murdered the kids or sold the kids, bartered the kids, whichever word you want to use, would have never given photos that damn old. And if they confiscated your devices, which we know they did, why in the hell would those 2 pictures be the ones you give the authorities, knowing they're not newer photos? So that led me to believe you never took photos of your children because you didn't have them around to take photos of the children. See, gang recognize gang. Negro, you think we slow, don't you? Not this queen. Not this discerning spirit. Very reason why I'm up in the AM making a video to talk to you and Jaqueline directly. And your family directly. Because you see, if those kids have been gone about damn near a year, that means your family knew you didn't have custody of those kids. So what excuse were you telling them when you came around? Who did you tell them the kids were with? You had to make up something. So Grandma knew. That uncle out in Washington, D.C., he knew. Y'all knew. Y'all know. It's obvious. See, when you gave the old photos, you told on yourself, dummy. Because like I said, nobody with game would have gave those old photos to the police. You wanted to keep the rules going. You should have gave newer photos. But you can't give what you don't have. Which leads us to believe the children have been gone longer than 3 months, 6 months, possibly 9 months. So you couldn't give the police newer photos because the children have been gone a long time. I'm about to check out of here. But let me tell you something. All you little dirty birds that's affiliated with Jaqueline and Trezell West, I'm going to be your worst damn nightmare. I'm not going to never let you rest. Not on this channel. Because you harmed those kids. Now, I can't say exactly what you did to them. If you sold them, if you killed them. But it ain't looking good. And I'm betting that they're permanently gone. Permanently gone. And see, the fact that, I'm going to keep saying it, you left the clues all alone. This is why I kept telling everybody out there in La La Land, all you got to do is pay attention. Everything's in the details. Just listen. The police chief told it. You told it about moving out there to Cal City. Living out in the middle of nowhere. No toys in the back. Uploading old photos to the law enforcement for your own missing children. Standing in front of the camera, empty inside. No cries, no tears, no hollering, no screaming. Talking in riddles during the interview. Using improper wording. How it all laid out. What the hell is that to say about what took place on December 21st? You sign in between every breath you take like you got to think about what you're going to say. You should have had it rehearsed, homeboy. Should have had it rehearsed. You didn't do a good job. And baby girl swaying to the side, nodding at everything you say. See, she's trying to make herself believe the lies. Because that's what sociopaths do. They try to make themselves believe the lies. What have you been telling people where those kids are? That's what I'd like to know. What lie have you spun? And why the hell they ain't thought something's up? All y'all grimy as hell. Grimy as hell. But guess what? Your time is running out. Oh yeah, they coming. And they coming deep. And when they put you in that little box, you and your wife, and whoever else rode the ride with you, you have time to sit in there and think. Was it worth it? Hell no, it wasn't worth it. Because you didn't have no business taking those kids in your house. You didn't have no business adopting those other 2 children. And you didn't have no business bearing 2 children of your own. You 2 are sinister. And you're going to get what's coming to you. And you picked the right state to murder 2 small, innocent children. 2 needles to the arm. Rightfully so. That's what you 2 gonna get. And you deserve it. Like, share, subscribe, drop your comments below. This is Everyday Shenanigans.